people that fall into the trap of EDC is similar to like a newborn baby. Seems like a cute and obvious thing, something you may even consider doing once again. You start getting all sorts of new items for it, and you think you're going to carry it every day, and you're going to stick your kiddo in every single outfit, or in your case, you're going to carry every single one of those slingshots that you purchased. But no one really likes us. That doesn't mean if 10 of you peasants come for my assistance that I'm not going to help you. And don't forget, I am the peasant in chief. So, of course, we're always in the pursuit of the perfect EDC, whatever that means to you. First question we have here comes from Gus Bub 13. What's the big deal about portable battery charger in 2023? Well, Gus Bub, I just so happen to have 5 kiddos, 4 of which know how to use my phone. The youngest one is only 5 months. She hasn't quite got it down packed how to use my phone, other than to slap it around like it's her bitch. But the other ones know how to unlock my phone, how to find their way to YouTube, or to different games in my phone, or to just simply watch TikTok or whatever other crap they want to check out. So I find myself depleted all the time of battery life. So battery banks are incredibly important to me. That's why you see me carrying stuff like the Nicor, the new carbon fiber skin that you saw here. You may see me, I talked about the ivory cable, which I'm going to put this through its paces and see how this thing does. But I get it. In 2023, a lot of your phones have God tier battery lives, and you may not have to worry about it. But for some folks to come around here, they like I mix it up with battery banks and safety items and survival kits and others type of stuff you may not see on EDC channels. I like to throw it in the mix, and hopefully that answers your question, and hopefully you decide to buy that battery bank using the affiliate link down below. Matter of fact, just click those links and do your daily shopping using those links down below. We would appreciate that's diaper money. We would appreciate that around here. Next question here comes from Tony Z, or is it Tony Phi? I always have a hard time with the XI. Let's just say Tony. So you're going to school or to battlefield, crying sad face, the lying craft, laughing crying emoji. This has to do with my CCW back to school bag. Stay ready. Unfortunately, nowadays we have got to prepare ourselves, whether you're a professor, you're in college, you're in high school, you're sending your kids to elementary school. We have to prepare them with some type of small beneficial items so that they're ready to rock and roll. So that video, I looked like I was suited up and ready to do some craziness and go to battle. And should it look like that nowadays? Nah, probably not. But am I prepared? Am I putting myself in the best position to possibly survive? You know, if I ever have to do side tie professorial work, or I'm sending my kiddo to elementary school, which I've done videos on that, sending my daughter to high school. She's a freshman and she has stuff to protect her as well. And I'm always thinking about this stuff. It sucks that I even have to answer this question, because I know you're half joking, but joking is goddamn 50% truth. And in this case, I'm kind of going to a battlefield. Next one is from former MPC 10. Do you really use these things daily? I don't. And I don't want to carry things just in case either, because why live in fear? Well, former MPC, I do not carry my entire orange EDC daily. The video is called Must Have Orange EDC Items for Your Fall Kit. At the very beginning of the video, I said this is a suggestion video, things that you may want to consider for your pumpkin spice, your pumpkin lattes, your fall EDC, your espresso drinking EDC type crap. That's a lot of these videos on EDC stuff. I don't know if you're just trolling and you want to go around and ask questions. I see you're not a subscriber to the channel. You're not a part of the battalion, because if you were, you would know that as the peasant in chief, I discover things, I color coordinate things. When I get done chewing on my box of crayons, I figure out my favorite color and then I present that to you. It just so happens to be for that video, I presented you orange. Aren't you glad I answered your goddamn question? This next question comes from Christopher. He says, question, have you experienced any leaks with water? I have one in the last 4 or 5 months. Water is getting in. I've tried weather stripping and multiple adjustments and it still happens. This has to do with my Diamondback cover 1 year later review. It's time to really do a 3 year later review. I think I've had this thing going on 3 years. Christopher, when I first got the Diamondback, I had issues with water getting in. I ended up getting on a helpline with Diamondback. Eventually, it led to an actual video call and they checked out how I did my installation. I did not actually put weights down on the corner of the Diamondback as they suggest. I ended up getting some 45-pound and 30-pound kettlebells and I put them on the corners and I ratcheted it down. Listen, my advice would be reach out to Diamondback. They seem to have phenomenal customer service when it comes to helping us out, making sure our ducks in a row, because at the end of the day, they want this thing to be, you know, leak proof, leak resistant. I don't know if it's supposed to be waterproof or whatever the case may be, but mine has been phenomenal ever since then. I can drive 80 miles an hour in the rain. I won't have water in the bed of my truck. My truck can sit for weeks at a time. I won't have water in the bed of my truck. Yours should not be getting water in it. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be selling as well as they are. Next question, Battle of Trenton. How do you keep people from taking stuff out of your bed? This is life-saving gear that should be in the bed of your truck. Built Right Industries, Molly. Just got done talking about that. I have a tonneau cover on my bed. Matter of fact, every video that I've done about my truck has had the tonneau cover on my truck. My very first video on YouTube was about my tonneau cover. So I don't know if you typed your question based on the thumbnail because you saw my lids were all popped open. I don't know if you typed the question because you want to troll, or if you just typed the question because you're really thinking that thieves are going to be a thief. I agree with you. A thief is going to be a thief. And no matter what I put on the bed of my truck, if somebody really wants to get in there, they're gonna get in there. But this one has been, knock on wood, getting the job done for me so far, and they haven't just swooped in and you know, taking the shit out the back of mine. Next one we have here comes from Dr. Eva 444. What is your MOS, which stands for Military Occupation Specialty? I think, and if I got that wrong, pound sand. So I'm going to do a MarineX lore video, but it's going to be for channel members only. Yes, shameless plug. You should consider joining the battalion at least Rifle Company down below. Weapons Company gets you to be a mod in my live streams, and I'm live all of the time. If you want to know more about the MarineX lore, I'm going to do that video. It's only going to be for channel members. It's going to include questions like that. So for you, my good man, if you haven't seen previous live streams when I mentioned what I did in the Marine Corps, then obviously you're not a part of the battalion, because we've talked about this plenty of times, what I did in the Marine Corps, how that relates to what I do now. And if you missed it, join the memberships in Dr. Evil. You will be able to see more about what the fuck I used to do. The next one we have here comes from I Meek Pan. What is a fake man's EDC? Mini Etch-a-Sketch, a plastic fork, a Bic lighter, and a paper clips. Much cheaper. I think you meant a paper clip. This has to do with 10 everyday carry items real man should carry. So this video has stirred up a lot of people in the comments. I've had hundreds, almost 1,000 comments on this video, and most of the comments are, what do you mean by real man? Now, the way I titled this video is I purposely left out the Oxford comma after the word real man, because I want you to read it however you take it in. If I were to put real man Oxford comma should carry, that means something completely different than real man should carry. I leave it up to you to define, these are the items you should carry. I haven't even watched that video in over a year. I put the video out almost 2 years ago, I probably don't even stand by the entire list anymore. We're all evolving and ebb and flow and all that type of shit. Am I willing to admit when I change my mind on some shit? Yep. But am I willing to admit when you're freaking just trolling in the comments? You should probably put that Etch-a-Sketch, that plastic fork, that Bic lighter, and that paper clips next to your nunchucks, your beef jerky, and your goddamn man bag, because that's where I keep all my stuff, okay? When I switch my man bag over, I get my nunchucks, get my taser, I get my beef jerky. I also make sure I have a pint of Gentleman Jack because I'm a gentle soul, and I carry shit like that, okay? That's what real man should carry. Next, this is Sire Drake. Love the truck build. What flashlight holder mount you use to replace the door handle bars? Do you have a link? Much appreciated. A lot of people ask this same question. This is my 2023 truck EDC, the ultimate guide, over 250 items, which I went back and counted. I was at like 238. I guess I fibbed. I don't know. I've done an entire video on replacing my oh shit handle. It's at the end screen of that video. I pinned a comment to that video, and I'm going to reply to your message. But yes, I use quick fist clamps. I took out the actual oh shit handle that was already in the vehicle. I used the exact same bolts. I widened the hole in the quick fist because the quick fist, the holes weren't big enough. Giggity. Ladies, you know the procedure. So we had to get the hose prepared for the larger bolts that came with the factory OEM for the vehicle. And then we kind of just stuck it in there. We penetrated the old holes. We just jammed the quick fist up there. And then I used the Coast Portland flashlight. I think it's the PX18XR or some shit like that. Go check out the video, okay? A lot of people ask this question about how did I do the oh shit handle. A lot of people also were in my comments holding my scrotum, very worried that I may injure myself in a car accident. If I have a truck accident and, you know, either the flashlight becomes ajar or my head hits it, and those are valid points. But you were telling me I should change it instead of just bringing it up. For those of you telling me I should change it, you can go pound sand. For those of you that brought it up in a thoughtful way, I would agree with you. That could be a hazard, but for me, the juice is worth the squeeze. My actual oh shit handle above my head has a machete. It has a Gerber double-edged machete. The passenger seat has a flashlight. Of course, the machete is sheathed and it's completely covered, but I understand the risk. I like it. I want this shit. I like having my shit at the ready. I go to my hunting property. I can just pull it out. I'm ready to rock and roll. You do you, boo-boo. You do you. All right, this next one here is a short that I made. And this is a short about me carrying everything in the house using a hero clip because I'm a hero clip, one trip type of dad. And Julian says, what is the best fixed blade and EDC flipper knife with a bar lock for under $50? Julian, I thank you for the question, but I don't know how that question related to the short. I'm also the peasant in chief of EDC. I barely know what a bar lock is. Okay. So I definitely can't tell you one that's under 50 bucks. Now, the word best fixed blade for me is maybe completely subjective for you. What are you using it for? Are you hunting? Are you whittling wood? Are you going to use it for food prep only and it's never going to be used to open a box? Are you using it to show off to people? Like, what do you use it for? So for me, I have two favorite fixed blades. One of them is the Boker Scalpel. It's like a $45 knife. It's D2. I use it for opening tons and tons of packages. It stays in my truck. I like it. The Kodak sheath kind of sucks. It's designed to be a neck knife, but it's kind of long. My favorite pocketable fixed blade is the Tops Knives Ferret. Super small, kind of like really scrappy. I don't know if that thing's less than 50 bucks. I think it's like 65. So I guess I missed the mark on that one. Complete failure. But I would need to know more of what you're going to use it for. Join a live stream. Ask that question. Maybe someone in the live stream can answer it better than I, or maybe you can go check out one of the bigger channels that might give you that chef's kiss answer, because mine is probably failing you horribly. All right, last but not least, we have Lockpick Paramedic. I guess you are well prepped. What would you barter for? I don't know if this is a facetious comment or you're really wondering. But this video has to do with my SHTF portable bartering kit. I literally talked about the things that I would barter for. I literally talked about the things I did barter for. I used that kit during the storm of February of 2021. When I say storm, here in the Dallas Metroplex, we got like 6 inches of snow and we got ice. It shut the whole goddamn city down. I was able to use my kit to trade for milk. I also was able to use my kit to trade for eggs. We had tons of shit in the kit. We had a newborn and there was some stuff that I needed. At the time, my 8-year-old was 6. She wanted some stuff. So I was able to do some trading. Walmart was in walking distance, but it was closed. So my initial plan was just walk to Walmart. When I got there and found out they were closed, I literally started texting folks who had power and said, hey, do you need anything? I can offer you these things. And you know what mostly people wanted? Candy and cigarettes. Those things are like hot potatoes. They can give candy to their kids because they're bored, and then people are stressed out and all of a sudden they become smokers. I had the top-notch stuff for portable trading. So I don't smoke cigarettes, but they're fantastic for trading. Even if they're stale, no one cares. They just want the tobacco. You hear me? They want it. Seems like I've helped you guys out quite a bit today. You should thank me by hitting the super thanks button down below and sending me money for some diapers. But you don't have to do that. I get it. I get it. What you can do is hit the subscribe button, hit like on this video, leave a comment, generate some algorithm stuff for the YouTube monster. Hopefully we were able to improve and fix your EDC and make it a little bit better. If this is your first time stopping by, I would love if you hit the subscribe button, join a battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.